this.
Check. Are we?
Hello, hello.
I think we should be on now.
Testing, testing. You know what we didn't do was a audio check on the stream. Let me pull that up.
Yeah, we've lost the habit. We're out of it. They can hear us now, though. Thank you, Surly
Oh
Dev.
goodness.
It's good to see you again, by the way.
Ah. Well,
Hey, are you messing with my camera controls? Nice.
I'm messing with the camera controls.
For some reason, I
So-
can't get it to not feel slightly wonky, and I think that's just Unity being weird.
Well, so here's a weird thing. When the camera is backwards, I'm not like I have to drive backwards. Like,
Do you want to fix that?
Yeah.
I filed a Trello ticket. You can even get the
Oh,
joy
did
of yes, you can even get the joy of finishing the Trello ticket.
I would like that,
Okay,
but it is very fun to be able
it's
to
fun, right?
get some different perspectives on here.
Yeah. I think I put all the code in the wrong place, so we can have a nice refactoring night if you want that too.
Yeah, you put in the. I was like trying to figure out how to move. I was trying to figure out how to move the camera because I was using my magic mouse and I was like, "What button is it?" So I had
Don't
to
you like
grab
this unescapable Trello step-by-step guide?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I've logged on to Trello before Trello. Stop it.
Well, they added new stuff.
I don't care.
Do it now. Yes. Oh, yeah,
yeah.
you want it. Look at that updated navigation. Now you can select from your one workspace.
Wild.
Wait,
What-
can you select workspaces two different ways? Is there the drop down there and then there's the sidebar?
I'm so
It,
confused.
it seems bad when you can change the same thing in two different ways. I'm not a UX expert, but I like to complain.
I have recent boards and workspaces and
Okay.
then this thing, which like I am not going to join the Atlassian cinematic universe at all.
I think I'm part of it already. I think when I log into Trello, I secretly log into Atlassian.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. I don't know how you escape that. You're like off the grid
Wait, how
in
do I?
Trello land.
Something keeps opening that, which is really bad. What is this button? No templates. All right, how do I assign you? Is it M? Nope, not anymore.
I think it may be when you're only when you're in card view. Like, oh, sorry, when you're in the board view. So if you hit escape and hit M while you're hovering.
It broke my shortcuts. It might have broken all the shortcuts.
Wait, the new thing breaks the shortcuts?
This is unacceptable.
No.
We stop the game. Fix my Trello keyboard shortcuts.
What happens if you do question mark?
It searches.
Oh, I don't remember what question mark did, so I'm not going to act surprised or not surprised.
Oh, I don't know how I did this. Okay. Open card. Assign self.
M is add members. It was up there.
It was up there? Okay, let's try it again. Oh, you know what it is. I had caps lock on.
Oh. That's attention to detail on their part. Case sensitive hotkeys.
Get out of here, caps lock. Okay, no more caps lock. I wish you didn't have to disable that per keyboard,
Yeah.
but you do. Okay, cool. So yeah, WASD motion scoped to player movement seems absolutely right.
Yeah.
Or to not scope, transformed by the camera.
If you want to skip the whole lobby stuff, you can go to the game manager in the game edit scene and
do.
select a different default.
Oh, that's great.
Start mode.
Yeah,
Go to start as hosts. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was just briefly thinking about if there was a way to solve this with a scriptable object, so I wouldn't have to switch scenes, but I'm not sure there is.
That would be cool. Are scriptable objects just around ambiently all the time? Did it not work?
They are all globals. Oh, it didn't. Well, it started as host, and now I have to ready up, which that's right.
It's right, but it's unexpected.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so let me pull out the scriptable objects.
I know what's going on. I know what's going on.
Oh, what's going on?
The network manager's online scene is the lobby.
Yep.
And I think we might be able to
Oh, well, I can check the all players ready button, which I think is just for debugging, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably it.
Will this work?
Let's find out.
I'm
It's
excited.
playing. Damn it.
Yeah, I think it's just diagnostic. We need to add more
Okay.
magic if we want to skip that. I think what we can do is actually go to the game manager,
Mhm.
the script as it were.
Oh yeah. Why does this one get an icon, huh?
I don't know. It's weird. I think it's because it's like inheriting from one of my own classes or something like that.
Okay.
Anyways, oh, I just got an antivirus pop up in Windows.
Oh lordy.
It says it did not find any threats since my last summary. So it's really just reminding me that it's around.
We should try harder.
Yeah, exactly. We need more viruses.
More viruses.
I think what we can do is when we do start host, on line 33, maybe a line above that, we could do like network manager dot singleton dot online scene equals, I don't know what a scene is.
It's this. Scene manager loads scene, and then level 1.
Yeah, maybe lowercase l. I don't know if it's case sensitive.
Oh, I used it right here.
Oh. Load scene. No, load scene will actually change the scene. What we want is just the scene pointer.
I gotcha. Yeah. Get scene by name.
Yeah,
Yep. My autocomplete is working. I'm a happy man.
yeah. But it's like not happy with you. It's like
It's
squiggly.
not happy about this. Yeah. Cannot. Oh.
It's just a string. Wonderful.
Why even use an API? Okay.
What is programming after all?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's nice of it. Like, it could do this for me. So save me a line of code. All right, let's see how this
Yeah.
goes.
I wait with bated breath.
Mm-hmm. Keep waiting. I don't think that worked.
I don't
Let's
think
see.
so either.
So the problem is, I think with the new team manager, we do need, like, are we waiting for some sort of ready callback from the player when we do this? Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the new network manager, there's some shit. Yeah.
yeah. Yep. So that's okay.
Okay.
I can accept the ready button. I like skipping the scene at least.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry about that.
no, it's good. I am gonna add a scriptable object though. I'm determined to. I'm trying to make fetch happen with Unity, but I think this is the way to do stuff. Um, is this like game debug state or something?
I
Game
think we just call it
debug
game
network.
settings. Just
Okay,
just have one thing where everything's in there.
works for me.
I think the new my new zen as a computer programmer is to put everything into one file. Like the closer we can get to just having like the whole game in one file, the better.
That's a thing of beauty right there.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, cool. All right, so we are doing game settings from scriptable object.
I see what's going on here.
Yeah. Yep. Game settings, menu name, game. Okie dokie. And then from the game manager, we're gonna grab this sucker. We have a public start mode.
I don't think you needed to copy the enum. I think it's just ambiently available.
Oh, I was gonna delete it
Oh, sweet.
just because I think this is the correct
place
owner of
for
it.
I agree.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have a public game settings, and then all of this is switch game settings dot start mode. Oh, mode. Dot mode. We should call it start
We
mode.
should call it start mode. Yeah. It annoys me that how long it takes OmniSharp to be aware of changes in other files. It's like offensively bad.
It makes you take a full breath. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, is it broken? Should I restart? That sort of thing.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so yeah, scriptable objects are awful because we're doing stuff that's just totally outside of. Oops. How do the pickups work? Ah, okay. Why did I give it the other command? I really don't like that these don't sort of work with the rest of Unity systems. Having two parallel systems just really bugs me.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it wants us to use this.
And so how does the scriptable object work? Because you can create multiple of these, can you not?
Totally can.
So how does, when you say game settings dot start mode, how does it know which of those instances to use?
Because in the game init scene for the game manager. Well,
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So we get to have data objects, but now changing this, it immediately changes it. Doesn't matter whether you're playing the game. Doesn't matter what scene you're in.
I'm with
it is
you.
always the correct thing.
Could we make another asset folder called
scriptable
objects?
Yes. So I wanted to look in scripts pickups because we have some here too.
Yes.
It's nice that it gives you its own little icon for this because it's really obvious.
Right.
But yeah, I think
either that or we could maybe move away from the idea of like replicating the file extension in the parent folder name and maybe just have like a thematic organization of scripts and scriptable objects and maybe put those things together in the same directories along with their meshes and stuff. I don't know what your preference would be.
No, I'm digging that. Like gameplay and management or something as two main categories.
I mean, it's kind of like, do you organize your spreadsheet by rows or by columns, right? It's like, do I want to do the transpose? Because right now we're one way and then we could go the other way, right?
Yeah, it's fair. Oops. Level 1. Oh, you know what? You know what didn't work? I think I just named this. I grabbed the wrong scene name too. It's got a space in it.
I see. Is it level space 1?
It is. Level 0, however, is not.
Yeah. I bet there's still going to be some weird thing about player assignment, right?
Let's find out. Nope.
Okay. It's like magic. Well, I'm not going to question it.
No, I guess not. I think the root manager is saying when everyone is ready, transition, but it doesn't like ready state doesn't really map forward to anything else.
So you're saying the ready state is not the thing that, but I thought you couldn't add a player if you're not in the lobby. You don't have to look this up.
Yeah, I was just seeing what our own code is, and I think on server add player and get team for connection are still fine. Oh, I have Steam open. That's cute. Get out of here, Steam.
Come on, Steam. Harshen the vibe here.
I was playing a very goofy game, Timberborn.
Timber boring. Tell me about it.
Timberborn.
Timberborn.
I like city builders.
I thought you said
I like
timber
city
boring.
builders.
I was like, okay.
No. So it's a little city builder, but
Okay.
Everyone is a beaver. It's the post-apocalypse.
Oh, I love this already.
Humanity has been wiped out. It is lumberpunk. is their described aesthetic.
There's a lot of lumberpunk right now. I was watching a video of a indie game developer, and his game was like make lumber mills.
Amazing. Oh, that's right. That guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of games about bears in the wilderness now, which is great too.
It's bizarre.
I think Lumberpunk
Yeah.
is the thing. It's the new wave sweeping the nation. And the thing is, we
I'm
had
into it.
Lumberpunk in Manchester. We had a dog as the main character, and we had trees.
Hmm.
And maybe we're
Almost
riding the
there.
wrong wave. We're trying to do the synth wave basically as the bubble is bursting on that aesthetic. Maybe Lumberpunk
true.
was the way.
I mean, it could still be the future for us.
Okay. God, it trips me out,
Uh,
this whole tab URL bar management in the new Safari. They're just
oh
being different
yeah.
for fun.
You know what? I like it. I get more vertical space on my laptop. I'm used to it already.
How do you feel about the iOS 15 URL bar on the bottom?
Great. Less thumb strain.
Yes, I think it's going to be a net positive long run, but like, I'm not into it right now because I have to adjust myself.
I've been using it for 3 months. I'm very used to it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it does get better. I like that you can swipe pages too to get between uh tabs. It makes tabs on mobile make a lot more sense to me.
I don't like the how shrunken, shranked. They have
Yeah.
shrunken the close tab button and stuck it on the other side of the tab thumbnail. It's now in the upper right hand corner. It used to be big and in the upper left corner.
Oh gosh. Oof.
Muscle memory, man. That's
Yeah,
how I notice
I was
these
gonna
things.
say it'll go away. I think I noticed that too when I started, and now it feels totally normal. So
Okay. I like how there's like a little beaver walking down the stairs there, a little cute guy.
no, like what the thing I like most about this game is how incredibly hard they leaned into the beaver aesthetic, where
Okay.
they're like everyone lives in a log cabin. We make dams. We have power, but power is like you have to connect to a water wheel and a series of gears.
What is the
It's
mode of political and economic organization in the Beaver Society?
there's different factions with different
Oh, really?
political beliefs. Yeah, yeah. They start you off with like these sort of like
So this is like
egalitarian,
realpolitik timberpunk. It's
yeah.
not
So
just
there's
like quaint timberpunk.
no,
Okay.
no. There's like the egalitarian ones, which is like the starting beavers, and
Yeah.
then you unlock. It's in early access, but you unlock the iron woods, and they're like the fascist beavers. I think. I haven't done them
Okay.
yet.
So this is kind of Animal Farmy, right? There's different ideologies represented in the game.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll see. You build a lot of dams. You have a lot of verticality because you turn trees into trees of buildings. It's it's kind of delightful.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, gotta get that timber punk.
Beavers are good.
Yeah, beavers are.
That's my
It's a
hot
very
take of the
wholesome
night.
animal.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that is a winning take. Always, 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 always.
So now with your scriptable object, you can
Yeah.
change it without changing the scene because you go to the scriptable object now. Is that the idea?
That's correct.
Okay.
I mean, is it easy to get to the scriptable object? Where did I put it? I don't remember.
We should put it at the
Until I-
top, not in a folder. What do you think about that?
I think that's right. Yeah, I think it goes at the very least in scripts. Do you want it even higher? Like,
I don't care, but
I
I
think
think
it will-
I think,
I think-
I think it will tolerate being up there at the top.
yeah, because this is always the like default, and just hit play, and you're back to normal.
Yeah, and we can even name it game settings and not just the default game settings because I think it's more than just the default, right? It's
'Cause it's our
just
whole
what
game
they
settings.
are.
Yeah. I guess if we wanted to have like if we were running if this got more complex and we wanted to have sort of a many
Yes.
profiles of
Server
game
mode,
settings.
client mode, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Make sure that name persisted. It did. Cool. It doesn't care about name. Thank goodness. So yeah, I think I think it's good. I think it's going to take some getting used to, and I'm trying to lean into it really hard.
Yeah. Great. All right, so we can fix the controls. I can show you where the camera controls are. They're actually in the player follower because that was just the convenient place that I could find to throw them into.
Yep.
There is a check zoom and check orbit function that is hanging out in orbit. In the update. And
Cool.
just call it every frame. And for zoom, we basically see are you scrolling? And if you aren't, we're not going to do anything. If you are, we're going to multiply your scroll direction by some sensitivity value, which is that negative 0.05. and then make sure that the zoom value is clamped between some fixed range. And then, yeah.
That's really simple.
Yeah. And then the zoom actually gets applied in the update every frame. Basically, there's essentially like a spherical coordinate, which represents the orbit.
Oh, cool. This was a huge pain in the butt to figure out on our mesh renderer in the past, wasn't it?
It took me a little while, but because I did that, now I know how to do it. So yes.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
I guess when you know, you know.
And it wasn't built into Unity. I was a little bit surprised. It seems like a common thing. Actually, can we actually change the property name from offset chord to maybe, what would you call it? Like an orbit? It is essentially the orbit settings. Like where is the camera relative to the player? Offset also makes sense. I don't know. What it is, it's a spherical coordinate. It is a radius, a theta, and a phi. I think theta is what we'll call the inclination. That is how far off of the vertical axis you are. And then phi, I forget what they call it. Is it declination? Whatever the rotation around the vertical axis is. And then there's a radius.
Is it camera pause?
It is the camera position, basically. Yeah, it is the camera position relative to the player.
Okay.
Camera offset to player.
Okay. Offset from player.
Yep.
Cool. Into it.
Okay. So that's zoom.
Neat.
Orbit. Basically, if you are holding the middle mouse button, or if you're not holding the middle mouse button, it'll just early out. We have to track state of the mouse position. It's a little bit annoying. They don't have a delta the way that the web API does. Like, so we actually have to store the last mouse position. In fact, I don't know why I'm doing that there. We could just put that anywhere. We could put that in any game object. We could be in the game manager if we wanted it to be. And then we just do the same thing. We apply a sensitivity on the change in the X and Y position of the mouse and apply that to, yes.
Is there a reason to null this out at all? Like, do you not want to just set that? Oh, I guess.
No, we can totally do that. That's fine.
Yeah, because then you have one less early out too. It's just you can always,
Yes. You know what it was? I was late last night. I was super tired, but I was like, I'm gonna finish this. Yeah.
No, sweet. Because otherwise you're always a frame. There's like a frame delay. by one frame before you.
By one frame. You're not going to notice it, but yeah,
no.
I hear you. So the question, what we want to do is we want to take. Oh gosh, I need to write this on a piece of paper. But we want to take the offset. It's either the offset or the reverse of that. And if you go to player input, actually player mover, is that where we do motion? Line 14 needs to get transformed by, I guess it's really just the rotation around the player, right? So maybe it's just
because we don't care about the up and down. We just want this. Forward,
which is called phi. Gosh, it's gonna bother me. I need to look up what that actually is. And what is the nomenclature? Spherical coordinates.
The angular rotation, the azimuth. Is that what you're trying to look?
Or it might be the polar angle. No, polar angle is the distance from the pole. Yeah, it's the azimuthal angle. Yes, the polar angle may be called Cole altitude, zenith angle, normal angle, or inclination angle. Yes, so it's the azimuth, basically.
Cool. Okay, so we're really just diving in. We're going to need to get this dot phi, and is it in radians? What's our unit here?
It is radians, yes.
Okay, cool.
I feel like Unity jumps back and forth between degrees and radians in a way that makes me uncomfortable.
It does, isn't it weird?
It's as if there's like two different people at two different times deciding one was better than the other, and then going back and forth.
I would
Make up your damn
believe that.
minds, Unity Collective.
But they won't because they still haven't made up their minds about ECS, right?
I think the writing's on the wall for that. Like the fact that they just like decided not to include it in like the 2021 releases.
They took ECS out of 2021.
I think
That's
so.
right. That is bad news. Yeah, that'd probably be bad. But also, they just patented it and made a big stink of it. Oof.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It has. I mean, we talked about this before, but it has all
Yeah.
the hallmarks of like second systems that I've worked on and eventually got canned. I've been through like two of those in my career.
Oh, I mean, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to be hopeful. But
Yeah, ECS is
it
good.
does.
We had a brief flirtation with it when we were working in Manchester, and I prefer it to what we're doing right now. But
as do I.
yeah,
Damn. Okay. Yeah, seems like they really are
people always talk about it as a performance thing. I just think it's easier to write code for. Like every time I work object oriented, I'm like, where does this thing go? Certainly, Dev asked which Manchester are we talking about? I guess technically our current game is also Manchester, but we're talking about the web GL version with the dog. Oh no, did we add the tank back in? I don't remember.
I don't think I think it was the dog. So we brought the dog into the Unity version for a minute.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
For modeling our own dang tank.
Yeah.
We have to learn to model a dog soon too. That would be a big improvement.
Surly Dev thought we were talking about Manchester the city, and I guess there's multiple Manchesters.
There are quite a few. I mean, I think there's a Manchester, Massachusetts near me.
Oh,
think-
good for Massachusetts.
I mean, everything in Massachusetts is named after something in England, right?
It's true.
Or it's named Sandwich, which is a town that I drove through once.
Sandwich is also in England, right? The Earl of Sandwich. He's the guy who invented the
Oh,
sandwich.
you know what? That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, still England.
I feel like it is unlikely that he was the guy that invented the sandwich. I feel like as soon as bread was invented, people were making sandwiches, right?
Okay, I'm going down the Wikipedia hole on this.
Okay. All right, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, just. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So Hillel the Elder, got it. Good. Good on the Jews figured this out. Fuck yeah, of course we did.
It was the tribe.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's why we run many.
I'm going to make the claim that sandwiches existed as soon as bread was invented.
I think it seems to be basically what they're saying here. Yeah. It's like why even have bread?
Because like in other cultures that have bread, it is like their main vehicle for like actually getting the food into your mouth, right? You like take off a little piece of bread, grab your food with it, and then eat the whole thing together. It just makes sense.
I mean, this is basically just.
He ordered his valet to bring him meat tucked between two pieces of bread.
I was gonna say the Earl of Sandwich, just like he colonialized some sandwich. Like we just call it this because the British did it, and we named everything after them from that time period.
I see.
Sorry, John Montague.
What is that comparable to?
It's like we call chai tea.
ATM machine.
Yeah.
Jeb Bush. Did we? We surely must have like co-opted something and then just renamed it to be something like less exciting. I guess that's everything. Right?
It's a lot of things.
What is like the key example of that though? What is the quintessence of what I'm talking about? That's what I'm after.
Hot dogs. We don't call them Frankfurters because it sounds too German.
Are they Frankfurters or Vienna sausages? I guess they're
both sound too. They both sound too far, and I think Congress renamed them.
Oh. It was probably like the Chicago like sausage industry, right? In 1885.
My search history is just gonna be so weird.
I love how the first thing you think about is like my search history, because I have the same reflex.
Oh Oh, absolutely. I thought this was a actual World War II thing.
Okay, so the freedom fries thing, that brouhaha back in the 9/11 days, was not
Was
really the
not the
first thing.
first time
Okay,
we've done that.
okay. Apparently, there's a long lineage of Orwellian food renaming in the
Oh,
states.
oh yeah. Because we tried to do the exact same thing. Liberty cabbage.
Oh, with
This
sauerkraut.
is this is what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
It caught on just as much as freedom fries did. Ah, I know. And Germania had to change its name.
So I get to look
This
forward to this stuff. I guess Chinese culture is not integrated well enough into American culture that we're going to even bother with this. We'll just start to beat up Asian people in the streets.
We're gonna rename the already Americanized menu items at Chinese restaurants. It's gonna be like Freedom Chicken.
Yeah, instead of General Tso's chicken, it's going to be Liberty chicken.
It's gonna be General Washington's chicken. Oh
General
my god,
Washington.
just you wait.
That's actually pretty clever. I kind of like that. General Sherman's chicken.
Oh no.
Someone is remarking online that the irony of, the General Sherman sequoia tree, which is I think the largest
Is it the one,
tree in the.
is it the one they're trying to keep from burning down?
Yeah, it's not the largest tree in the world, but it's like the largest tree, or it has the largest above ground mass. I think that's what it is. And someone was remarking on the irony of that particular tree being at risk of being burnt down. Because I think the actual General Sherman was not a particularly pleasant person.
Nope. This is a massive tree. That's like 8 feet of aluminum foil tall. Wow.
Yeah, that's not a lot of foil relative to like the foil to tree ratio. I think.
Not even close.
Yeah, not
to
not
enough,
not
yeah.
not awesome.
I wonder. I mean, I don't know why they did this. This tree is huge. Holy cow!
Yeah,
World's largest tree.
I think there's another tree that is like a million trees, but they're somehow joined together, and it's hard to tell them apart. So that one's
Oh,
probably bigger, but yeah,
yeah.
this one has a legitimate complaint that like the other trees are like maybe not playing by the same rules.
So largest living single stem. So
Okay, there you go.
yeah.
But this tree
California
resents
just
being
needs to be
hyphenated.
exceptional.
That this tree resents the qualifier.
Oh, absolutely.
He's like, no, I'm the largest tree. Everyone, the other people are like the largest multi-stem trees. Let's give them the qualifier.
Huh.
Tree politics. It's nasty stuff.
I didn't. Yeah. I'm glad this tree was briefly part of a utopian socialist commune whose economy was based on logging. Wait a minute.
Well, it was lumberpunk. The beaver economy is also based on logging.
That's
Right.
true. That's true. Maybe we need to return to the trees,
Back to the land.
to land. It's a real lumberpunk kind of night.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so phi
Yeah.
is is the right-handed rotation around the positive y-axis. So in principle, we could just slurp that value off of this and apply that rotation to the move value,
Yep.
and it should just work. I don't know if it's publicly exposed, but we can do that.
Is this a function that not
I had to do quaternion, I
target.
think. It's kind of crappy. Like quaternion from Euler, something like that. Is there like any method that has the word Euler in it? Euler
Or the rotation does not. Do I need to import quaternion? From
That's
something?
deprecated. No, I think it's good. It's just deprecated.
Oh, fair.
Maybe just Euler angles, maybe. This looks good. It just returns. This is what we want. Yeah, we just want.
Okay.
We plug phi into that y variable, and that should give us a rotation. Then we multiply the move vector by that.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, getting this stuff out of objects into other objects is really really annoying. Um,
The player follower, that's on the
it's
camera,
on
is it not?
it's on the camera and the player mover's on the player.
This was
How
exactly this is I think this was the conundrum that I ran into
this is where you
before, which is
stopped? Yeah.
this is why I threw the code into player follower, because I originally had all the input handling on the player mover or player input class, but then I was like, I don't want to have to hook these things together.
Well, so the camera has a reference to the player already, so I think I'm gonna give this a public.
It's gonna go the other direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Camera rotation.
Oh, and the player follower is just gonna set it. Got it. Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe multiplication goes the other way around. I think it's quaternion times vector. Don't ask me why.
Mm-hmm. You are correct. Cool. That to do is happening. And then, yeah, here we're going to.
I can probably just go in the update after check orbit. I don't know. Like, you could put it in check orbit. I don't know what the right place for this is.
You know what I'm gonna do? Update player. This one feels specific.
Cool.
So we're gonna do player dot get component player mover dot camera rotation equals so dot player fee. Yeah, that's a one-liner. I could have put that somewhere else, but
Yeah.
I really like the look of this. All right, let's see if that worked.
If it doesn't work, we might need to negate fee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd feel it already if we had to negate it. So.
Well, I was gonna say it does not seem to move. Huh.
Oh, we just broke it. That's cool.
Now, why did I go and do that? So if I take this out, I mean this is the only change I made.
There was also the last mouse position one. I don't know why that would.
Okay.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah.
We can't override. That's why my code was kind of funky. We can't override last mouse position until
When it's outside.
It needs to be the last thing. But the thing is, we have an early out, which is always confusing.
It needs to be the last thing.
It needs to happen on line 53. It needs to happen after we do the subtraction.
Oh, I see.
Unless,
we
I know what we can do. We can just set a local variable in check orbit called current mouse position, or rather prev mouse position equals last mouse position.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then we can do what you had before after that. Then we can do last. And then last mouse pause equals.
Where should I use prev? Is it here?
Yeah, exactly. And then we can get rid of. Actually, we can make this non-nullable. The reason why it was nullable is that it wasn't always set before. But if we go to the declaration and just get rid of the question mark, we can get rid of all this like dot value crap.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then on line 43, we need to add that code that you had before. So last mouse position equals input dot.
Wait, that's just this.
Yeah.
Input MS. What? Why does this fix it? I don't understand.
Because you need to. if you're always constantly setting the last mouse position to the current mouse position, then the delta is always going to be a 0 vector on line 49.
Yeah, I guess I thought we were saying we were setting that after we calculate the delta though.
But
We're-
we added line 43.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Okie doke.
What I really think is maybe we should move the delta into like the game manager, so it's just being read all the time, and it's just like ambiently available. It's weird that the mouse class doesn't make it available, to be honest.
Let's see. Okay, cool. Oh, no, forward is still forward. Huh.
Okay.
It's unexpected.
So here's another thing.
I commented out the whole. Nope, I put it back. What?
What I would like to know is in Player Mover, when we call get axis horizontal and get axis vertical, what does that even mean? Can we log that?
Absolutely. I just wanted to log in real quick. I wanted to open up the player object and
Okay.
see. I wanted to see that it was actually moving. Oh, it killed me. Damn it.
We should probably just turn the health way up or comment out damage in the damageable.
Yeah, okay. Fair. After this. It's fun to kill anyway. Okay. All right, so for the player, we have the player mover camera rotation. Okay. Oh, that seems right at least. This is in degrees.
Oh,
This is in
yes. So we
radians.
need to multiply that by
180 over pi?
conversion 180 over pi. Yeah.
It is exactly as you said. There are two competing programmers.
I guess in fairness, what was GL Matrix also did the same thing. Their Euler angle functions for some reason took degrees.
Fair. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. No more killing.
Stop all the killing.
Super non-violent game now.
Hey kids, stop all the downloading.
I did get a copy of Deathloop 2 that I'm gonna play this weekend before I give it to you.
Oh, nice.
It is very full of killing though.
I didn't quite get the Outer Wilds comparison until I started reading reviews, and I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Isn't it weird? It's
How does it feel? Weird.
Better.
Better?
Not correct though.
Yeah. Okay. What I would like to know is maybe we can just look at the documentation for this.
Well, it's getting there.
Okay.
You know what? I think it needs to be negated.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little backwards. Okay.
Oh, you're getting messed up right now. But
Getting
they can't
wrecked.
kill you. Yeah.
So just negative camera rotation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the sentence you were saying before that?
I don't remember.
Damn. Okay. It was about Outer Wilds, I thought.
Oh, it was about Deathloop and Outer Wilds. Just because, like the time loop thing, you like learn more about what goes on in the world and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's got the same murder board kind of vibe, which is
It
very
seems like
fun.
it's like a giant Hitman level, right?
Kind of. Oh yeah, this is great.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad. And
Yeah,
now,
and-
the interesting thing about this is you don't always move on the cardinal directions. You can actually move in subtle angles.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now
I
we
feel
can
like
play Spectre.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah. That's rad. Okay, cool. Nice to get a new perspective on this thing.
Right?
How many of these?
I feel
can
like
have on a
you know how to have fun in our game. I'm always just driving around and shooting holes in the walls. That's all I can do.
I mean, this is fun.
Yeah.
I got my little army of pig buddies. I got
Got
this very
this loser
strange.
right here.
I like when I'm closest, he fires on me. When I'm not, he doesn't.
He doesn't
This
chase you?
turret, no, because this turret becomes the closer one.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Why is this turret so slow?
yeah. I don't know. It
Isn't that
shouldn't be any
weird?
different than the other turrets, right?
I wonder if we gave it a act. We might have. Oh, you know what it is? Some of the turrets have a faster time. We might have maybe
Oh, that one
changed.
just has like a local modification.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this little particle battle going on over here. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna call this Trello card done.
Put a little gif of a dunk in the comments.
Can I do that? Are there comments that I can put a GIF in here? Giphy. Dunk.
You remember our friend Jackson from Chain?
Oh, do I ever? Yeah.
I used to put dunk gifs, and I think I used Kevin Durant in one of them, and he doesn't like Kevin Durant, so
Nice.
he had another gif that was like Kevin Durant getting blocked.
Oh, rough.
Yeah,
Hey, look at Trello. Good for
yeah.
Trello.
I don't
That
think
is,
the attachment is on your comment. It is just like part of the card, right?
there's no you can't.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, this is great.
Yeah.
It also did this, which is less great.
Mm,
Get out of get out of
yeah.
here. No, I'm into it. I didn't realize that I can make Trello so annoying now, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, yeah. Just leave it. It's good.
It's staying. I'm not touching that. What else you got? What else should we
What
do?
else should we do? Are you? Actually, the game performs surprisingly well. I would have thought it would like be terrible at this point.
That's kind of what I was wondering too. If it was
It's a
JavaScript, it wouldn't
little
be.
choppy, but I think it's the stream actually.
Oh, it is not. It's buttery smooth over here
Buttery
still.
smooth. All right, that's what I want to
Mhm.
hear.
What were you gonna say? Did you?
What was I gonna say? I was trying to think of like what the next frontier is for us.
Mhm.
Looking into this, and I was struggling with it last night when I was trying to figure out what to work on for an hour, which is why I settled on the camera thing. It was like a nice self-contained thing.
Mhm.
Um, but I think we need to start making the game like, do we have enough fundamental basic mechanics in terms of what you can do, and do we need to start adding constraints such as ammo, limited
Mhm.
number of builders, a resource requirement, and so on and so forth?
You don't want it to look like this.
I mean, I think there should be a mode of the game where it looks like this.
Uh, no, I think you're right. We should. That's fun. Like
So I
similar
played Fortnite the
targets.
other night with some
Mhm.
players that were quite good, and
Mm.
they were definitely doing the thing where you build a little tiny fort and then run on top of it and shoot at people. And this was like in the middle of a firefight. And it occurred to me that it's like, okay, we're making like a janky version of Fortnite, which is fine. I'm into it. Um, but ours needs to be kind of simpler and a little bit more straightforward, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm really impressed at the players who can do that mid gameplay.
Yes.
It seems like a very challenging skill.
But I think we want to have people that can, we want to have enough headroom in the game that you can get to that
Oh,
level of
absolutely.
sophistication, right?
Yeah, having some nice skill ceilings is really cool.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So should we start requiring these resources to do the building? Like you need some wall parts to build a wall, and you need some cores to build turrets.
Yeah, that
Uh,
seems easy enough. And then we can
yeah,
add a cheat code that says you've got, a million of them,
I
or
love it.
it's just editable on the player.
Mm-hmm. I do love adding cheat codes. That sounds really fun.
Player inventory
Um,
exists, I believe.
yeah, I mean, we're tracking it.
Yeah.
We got this. Yeah, it's actually probably not that hard to do, huh? Cool. Oh, and I want when you destroy a turret or a wall for it to drop pickup too. So let's get all that in there.
Mm.
Okay, so let's see. Builder mover. Nope. It's probably player input that decides if you can build, and check build is actually a great place for that. Cool. Okay, cool. So I guess we need to grab the inventory and check stuff. I once again struggle with whether I should put a game object on this thing that just grabs a reference to that, but let's do it one at a time right now. Component.
I think getting a component like a neighbor component on the same object.
That's cheap, right?
It's
Yeah.
cheap enough
Okay.
because it's probably like a hash table.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it would be faster to have the pointer, but whatever, you know.
Yeah. No, it's good. So let's see. Input, right button. Hit build.
One thing that is impressive about Git component though is that I think it respects inheritance. So you can, as long as you only have like one instance of a derived class, you can actually call Git component based on the parent class and it'll return the child class. Which means that it's probably slower than I think it is, but
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
I mean, slower than you think it is, but I was very impressed with all those turrets aiming and running at the same time.
Sure.
With a bunch of code we haven't optimized. So
Yeah. Unity performs way better than I thought it would.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'm surprised.
We also are running really, really powerful computers, right? I think single threaded, we are on like the Apex computer right now.
That's probably true. But it is running it in this developer mode inside this unoptimized. Like this is not M1 optimized. Only the build product
It's
is.
true.
So
It's true.
So this is running through an Intel CPU emulator,
Yeah.
which is again fairly impressive. Let's see. Gosh, this is we've got the build mode. I think we need another little function here besides OK to build.
Okay.
Have I keep trying to write question mark methods like Ruby.
Right.
Has resource build mode. Return shit. Oh well, I guess this thing isn't a hash table either, so just have some ints. So build mode. And this is case sorry, that core amount greater than 0. All the same thing.
You don't need the braces, I think.
Oh, is that okay? Fair. Oh, doesn't hate it. Just wants a default return. Do you really? Okay, fine.
No, it was asking you to use a switch expression, which is kind of gnarly, but what you would do, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that syntax. Cool. Oh, and it's unused. Perfect. Okay. And this. Oh, I really want this to be 3 lines.
Yeah, we should be able to do that, I think.
It's got to be valid, right? Yeah.
And I think we need to check has resource again in the build command.
Okay. To make sure that it hasn't doubled up.
Ye- No,
Oh,
to make
oh,
sure that
because
by the time that the RPC makes it to the server, that it's still viable to do that on the server.
okay, that does make sense.
The log doesn't really make sense anymore, so we can just chuck it. I think we can just get rid of that log. I think I added it in there for no particular
Okay.
interesting reason.
Yeah, I mean this could happen a
It's
lot,
a common
and
case, yeah.
yeah, could and should. Cool. Okay. So let's see. Then what is most interesting here is that has resource, spend resource.
You can't use a switch expression like this though. You have
Damn
to use
it.
regular switch. It's
Damn
kind of
it.
shitty, yeah.
Okay, now I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm still totally shocked that there is a fat arrow in C sharp. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all.
Yeah, what I mean, Ruby uses them, PHP uses them, Perl uses them. I think Perl was like the OG, right?
Well, I guess like yeah, I guess all those languages I feel like use them a lot, and this is like only in only in the switch expression so far.
Yeah. I think the Rust match expression uses those too. I think it's from ML. That's what they use them for.
Oh, I mean, I like the fat arrow syntax.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised.
So on lines 90 and 93, I don't think you need the parentheses, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't complain, which is cool. Does that mean that you can have a
Yeah.
complex expression inside a case?
Oh, I wonder.
Yeah, it must be able to evaluate.
Why is this? Oh, God, it's void. Jeez. All right, let us see if our inventory goes down. I should have designed the other half of this level, shouldn't I?
We were complaining the level was too big, but when you zoom out, it's actually not too big. I don't think.
It's like not actually too large. Yeah.
Yeah. I want levels that are like
Oh.
10 times this size. Oh.
Mm-hmm. No, it's okay. I turned off destruction still off. It's
Yeah,
fine.
death is not a reality in this game. Nice. Big spender.
But I like it. Well, you can't spam these guys anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool.
That is cool. Okay.
So
Well,
you were saying that if we destroy a wall, you want to pick up to appear. Is that right?
yeah, I think everything should be sort of one to one. Like there's a core inside a turret and there's a metal inside a wall.
Okay.
So you can at least deconstruct and reconstruct your base. And maybe that's like not the right trade system.
So on
Seems to-
damageable, I was thinking maybe what we can do is we can make another we can do the thing I was talking about actually is to make a component that's like a parent component class called like wait, there's like an on destroy already. I think I was gonna say make a component that does it, but that's not super necessary, right?
Is that already in here?
Yeah, we can't put it on the damageable because it's not gonna be the same for everybody that's damageable, but like we just make a component and attach it to the wall. Yeah. And it's going to be a network behavior in this case because we're going to
Wait,
request.
this is for scenes? This,
It's a mono behavior. It's not a mono behavior. On when a
Oh.
scene ends, that's weird.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it's when the game shuts off or switches to another scene. So this is like not quite the life cycle method.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me there's got to be something like this.
Unity call when object destroyed. I mean, I guess like, is it not just doing it where we call destroy game object?
We can do it there, but that's in the damageable, which is generic, and not every damageable is going to have side effects. But what I was thinking is that if we don't have a callback for it that's built into mono behavior, we can add a parent component that has a virtual function, and basically the side effects would get implemented as one-off components for each entity type. That's a lot of extra code. Gosh, I wish there was something that
Huh.
but
Couldn't
you're
we
right.
just
It shouldn't
don't
be
we just want to put a prefab on it? Like, do we want to say just like public game object pickup?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is simpler.
Okay.
I think I was trying to abstract too early.
Okay, cool. Well, because we already have a bunch of prefabs for this one, so
Yeah, it wasn't so much about the prefab as it was about like maybe you want to do more fancy things when it gets destroyed.
oh, and we might.
Yeah, but this is
I
fine.
see.
Yeah.
I see because well, but you're saying that with this damageable, since this is the only callback we get for it.
Yeah. I was just trying to like, how can we make it like 100% generic for a particular game object? And I was
That's a
thinking of like a
great
parent.
question.
I was thinking about like a destruction side effects component that is basically an abstract class, and in this function, you would say, "Give me the destruction side effects component," and what you'd be really getting is a child class of that, like an instance that's of a type child of destruction effects, and it would call like essentially a virtual function on that. And that way, it would be just completely open ended. But I like your way better right now because we don't have anything else that we're doing. And
Okay. I do think your way is going to make a lot of sense though.
Yeah, basically, as soon as we want like explosions and stuff, we're gonna want to do it in a more generic way.
Yeah. No, that does make sense. Instantiate and spawn. Okay.
I think what we need is an event system rather than the fancy thing that I'm talking about. What we want is like
while destroyed at, yeah.
Yeah, just broadcast while destroyed and then have some other thing handle it.
Well, time to add to this.
Maybe I like that better actually. Like the game manager could just have like a damageable destroyed system on it, and that system would just basically get called when the damageable is about to destroy the object, and it'd have enough variables that could pass along with it that it could, get the position and that sort of thing, and then just like do whatever it wants. It doesn't have to be attached to like an object with a life cycle.
I like that. Oh shit, did I put this on the wrong one?
Whoa.
What?
You could apply the prefab. Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
It shows you the dirty bit. Yeah. Dirty bit is the blue icon.
Even if it's the same exact value as the prefab.
Well, so since even if it's the same value, it probably shouldn't show it. I don't have the answer for that one.
Yeah. Okay. No big deal.
Yeah, but since this is the question of like should the prefab list be a prefab, I think is the interesting one.
Oh, it's only if we get to the business of having multiple prefab lists. And
exactly.
We will if load time becomes prohibitive, which I don't know will ever be an issue with this game. We're not texture heavy.
This one, yeah.
We're not texture or animation heavy.
Give us time.
Yeah, we might.
Wait, am I? Oh, I need dot singleton. Where's
Yeah, dot get, dot capital G get.
fair? There we go. Well, this is annoying.
Well,
I guess I
we
actually
have
don't
it?
care about. I was gonna say this doesn't matter. I want to instantiate pickup.
Yeah.
uh,
And this is all happening on the server, right? Yeah. Okay, cool.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop.
So can we rename pickup to just drop object? Because it could be anything, right? It doesn't have to be a pickup.
You're totally right. Yeah. And then network server dot spawn drop.
Does drop object not take the position? I thought when we create stuff, yeah, it's position
Oh,
and
I can
rotation. Yeah.
totally optional. That's great.
And then you need to pass a quaternion, the identity quaternion as a third argument, I think.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Okay, cool. Curious if that works. So let's see. We're gonna have to go into the wall and the turret prefabs to fix this. Prefab wall. Damageable. Oh, you know what? I do want to do a check here too.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I don't want to require this. It's hard to tell what is optional over here. So let's see. This is going to be prefab.
Click assets rather than scene.
Damn it. Oh, they are pickups that don't have a prefab name. Shit. Building material. All right. Well, gonna have to rename those. Okay. I think they should start dropping stuff. I turned destruction back on. Yeah.
I don't think he can die. Oh, he can't die. That's cool.
Oh.
So should the game have ammo? Should you be able to like shoot infinitely?
That's a good question.
That's such a critical core mechanic, and I keep procrastinating on that because I think that it's really hard to make a game fun and visceral when you have ammo limitations.
Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of the cooldown personally.
Okay.
Like,
what does that mean?
It's like the Mass Effect style. Like guns get hot and then.
Okay. Yes.
Have a downtime.
So you have to be at least a little bit strategic about your shooting.
Yeah. And what's the thing they call it now? There's like the active reload too, where you have the button pressed to reload faster. Basically, there's like the window in your reload. You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah. Didn't Gears of War invent that?
I think so. I think they are the progenitors, but it's everywhere now.
Yeah. Good old Cliffy B.
This one is just like such a good idea that everyone should just use it in their game. This was great. I really enjoyed this experience.
Yeah. This is great. We could have an active reload. Do we want a reload button? Yeah. Like you have, is a clip on a tank sensible? I don't care if it narratively makes sense. I'm just saying, does it feel good to have a clip?
That's a good question. Yeah, clip or cooldown. I can be down with both because the thing that I like about cooldown too is that like you can kind of shoot as much as you want, but if you redline, there's a penalty.
Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah, so you're incentivized to do better. I just noticed a problem though, which is I built multiple walls. So if I do one, two, three, I didn't get my metal back.
Yeah, I have a
We
bug.
are not
I
conserving
have a bug
mass.
for that. And oh, you didn't get your metal back because you spent
Exactly.
it as soon as you built it.
I
Well, we
spent it
can
as soon
put
as
the
I built
metal
it.
on the builder, and you don't get it back until the builder returns. How's that?
I like it.
I think that makes the
um,
most organic sense. Like the builder has a payload on it.
the builder's
Remember, we
payload,
actually we
and
implemented this in
we did because you could kill the builder and get to
pre
drop the thing,
3D
right?
Manchester, and you could kill it, and you would get the resources on it, which I think is a great mechanic, actually.
I do like that. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Oops.
Yeah, and
Uh,
not many games do that. The whole builder thing is what makes this game cool. Like it's actually
I
kind of unique, right?
I like the builder a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pathfinding was the big
Mm.
obstacle for not implementing it in the WebGL version, and guess what? We've got pathfinding done.
Yeah, I was to say we have done it. Build mode. That's interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Do we have a returning state? We do. Because like I'm actually okay with this. We have all the information we need right now.
Oh
Because
yeah,
we're
the builder mover will be instantiated with a certain amount of resources in it, right? Something like that.
was it? I was gonna say right now it's currently just build mode too. So we're
Oh, that's
instantiated with
fine.
this
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, so when it
Which
dies, well, you need to know whether it actually built anything or not, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a has payload flag or something like that.
Hmm. What? Yeah. That's interesting. What is the? So this is the thing. I want to know where we turn around. I guess it's if not okay to build. This is where we turn around and enqueue it with return the resource, right?
So what we could do is on the builder component itself, on the mover component, we could have a Boolean that says, did I build or not?
I think we we do that in the we could do it in the state returning though, right? Because we kind of throw the build mode out immediately here. We just enqueue it as a state.
Okay, well, wherever it is, like we care about it at like during the return state, right? Do you have the stuff or not?
Yeah,
So we can
exactly.
pass in a Boolean that says, you know,
Uh, is it? Can I do optionals in here? What
the
is what?
question mark is on the variable name, I think,
Okay.
but before it or after it. Yeah, I don't know. Try before. I actually think you
I
had it.
mean,
I think you had it in the right place. Yeah,
oh
that's
yeah, okay.
yeah,
Build. Yeah, let's see. Okay,
yeah. That looks good.
cool. And then this gets a private build mode. Build mode.
Is there a way that we can name this differently?
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. Because this is actually like returning payload or something.
yeah. Semicolon.
Ah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Yeah, it's hard.
I am a professional software developer. Ugh,
You're just not a professional C# developer.
not yet. And this just gets enqueued with build mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are upset that it's never used. And then here is if returning payload inventory equals player dot. Oops. Nope. Oh, this is interesting. This is a totally different component, huh? Uh, do we know the player? We have a target.
There's the parent.
It's parent.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Get component, player inventory. And then you know what I'm gonna do? Make a function. Oh wait, no, it goes in here. Private turn resource. Crap. I was trying to use a switch, the fun switch statement again, but it doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what, like, there's like a million different ways to do this.
I want the inventory to be I want this to be a hash table soon. It might be my tomorrow refactor.
Yeah,
I want it to sign by type.
I think there's a notion of like a price, which is a list of tuples of like base. It's like a list of like, and the item in the list is a material type and a quantity, and you have a list of those, and you can apply those to an inventory, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that way you can basically create these. You can create these essentially prices or recipe. I guess they're recipes, right? You can create recipes for different objects. I don't know how many we'll have, so I think it's not a full-blown crafting system, so we don't have to go too crazy. Yeah, this is totally fine.
Yeah, and this is has value.
Has value, and then you can
value.
now you can do your switch on the value if you want to keep the switch pattern as well.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. They like sneakily added an option type into C#. It's kind of weird. It's like very weird syntactically and everything, but I'm glad that they did it.
I'm surprised I don't have to apply value and has value. Yeah. I thought they would be functions.
Yeah, I don't think they need to be functions. Like if you look at the implementations in other implementations of those functions in other languages, it's just like return a particular like value. They're not.
I guess
not
I'm
really
used
doing
to.
anything complicated.
I guess I'm used to the like some returning payload or something, or none.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking in terms of having to apply something.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, cool. So now our builder comes back. I like the way the state machine applied to that too. That was neat.
Yep. I was reading about behavior trees the other day, which is something I've never built before.
Yeah.
But it's apparently the common way of doing AI nowadays because state machines get too complicated.
Hmm.
Yeah. I won't embarrass myself to explain what a behavior tree is.
All right, I should get one back. Yeah. Yes. Sweet. Yeah, I do not know what behavior trees. We might have bought some behavior trees in our Unity.
Oh yeah, totally. So basically a behavior tree, you evaluate it from the root every update cycle. And the knot at the top is just the root. And that's just immediately going to go to the next thing, which is a sequence node. And basically
check these in order.
Yeah, what a parent is doing is it's asking its child, "Are you done?" That's the question that it's asking. But each type of child has a different way of saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm done." So a sequence node, what it does is it says, "Well, I need to make sure that each of my children in order are done before I'm going to tell you I'm done. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you I'm not done." Right. The question mark, I believe, is
this the selector node?
Is a selector, yeah. I think what it does is it basically will take the first thing that returns true, I think, or take the first thing. It'll stop after the first thing returns false. And sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm just
Oh no,
reading
wait, a
this.
selector node actually has some sense of conditionality. I think it's just like, do I want to do A or B? There's,
Huh.
yeah, I guess use define and execute the first child that does not, yeah, find and execute the first child that does not fail. Which is why the predicate is a child of that. If you look at the diagram at the top, you'll notice that there's like, I think there were yellow boxes or yellow.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Did you know the yellow?
is.
You notice how the yellow ones are predicates. They're saying, is the object position retrieved? Is the object grouped? So if that fails, then it's not going to go on to the second child.
Oh no. If it does fail, it does, because if
Oh, I see. That's what it does. Okay, got it.
it's looking for the first one that doesn't
You're
fail.
right. Yes,
So if
yeah,
it's
okay, yeah.
retrieved, right? If we have our position, then we go to our grab, and if it's grasped, then we are done.
Okay, yes,
Okay.
cool. Yeah, you
That makes
you got
sense.
it. Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, and this is like an AI thing, and I guess it's a way of doing more intelligent sequencing. So that actually solves like problems of like really, really complicated linear steps that have like essentially like these are nested state machines, right?
Well, and I guess the big distinction between this and a state machine is that this is trying to be unstateful. Like we're not on this node trying to get to the next one. It's like it runs it clean every time.
It runs it clean
basically.
every time. Yeah.
That's cool.
So if you have a series of qualifications that need to build up to another thing, you can, this is a really, really nice and clean way to do it. And it essentially has a recursive structure. The other problem in AI that I run into a lot is, so this solves like a vertical state problem. Like I have really, really complex sequences of things and criteria for getting to things. The other problem I run into in AI a lot is the horizontal problem, which is like I actually have kind of two state machines running in parallel to each other. I have the top half of my body and the bottom half of my body, for example. And the trick is when you mostly don't care about the two parallel state machines and they're mostly independent, but then there's that one edge case where you do actually care what's going on the other side. And that starts to get nasty, as you can imagine.
God, yeah.
Because what are you going to do? Make a state machine that's like the multiplication of those two? Because you would kind of have to if you were going to do it like if you're doing it in like the state machine like we're doing it right now, right? You'd have like a cross product of states.
Yeah, shit, that sounds really hard. What do you do in that situation then? Do people just write behavior trees that sort of like, I guess if you have references to external data,
It just ends up being
get away
super
with
dirty.
that.
It's whatever quick and dirty way you can imagine is what people end up doing.
It's fair. I've seen some quick and dirty code.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we've got that.
Do we want to kill the builder and?
Oh, I do want to kill the builder. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does the builder die? If it gets shot, basically, right?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna need a damage blow. I just want to move this one down. Sweet.
Can you kill your own builder by accident?
I was gonna hope not, but we'll see.
It's weird that bullets can hurt anything, but it can't hurt your builder.
You know what? Good point.
I think you should be able to shoot your builder, but I think you should have more than one hit point.
Okay.
Maybe 3 hit points, perhaps.
What is the enemy tank does have a collider? Okay.
Yeah, I think with a bullet we want a non-static but kinematic trigger on it, right? Something like that. I think it's just a box collider will work.
That's true.
a box or a sphere, whatever.
It is fairly spherical, but I think box actually.
Okay.
It's
Easier to reason about.
yeah, and we don't actually have a very complicated object going on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the green circle, the green cylinder is the agent. This is the other thing. Every time. And it should probably be one actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what vertical distance the bullets are traveling, but I do want them
It
to
will
hit.
matter if we start to add a second level that your tank can shoot at, because then the bullets will be traveling at angles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be different. And is trigger.
Yeah.
And are the bullets looking for a specific layer?
Good question. I think it's just looking for anything that has a damageable on it, right?
On trigger enter. Yep. Beautiful. And so these don't actually need an affiliation.
No.
Because
well, if the turrets target them, they do.
They do, yeah.
But do the turrets have to target them? I think that's an open question, right?
Oh, okay. Let's that is a good question. Let's start without that and just see these suckers getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. We made the walls more challenging. I feel like they have a couple more hit points.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, well, I know one thing I want to do, which is the builder mover
needs to drop their shit. Yep.
It needs to drop its shit. Yeah. So let's see. I guess even in the constructor, huh? We're gonna do script.
So this is tricky. How to deal with this? There's a lot of different ways we could do it.
Yeah, I was gonna set the drop on the damageable, and then unset it if we get a null value here.
Oh, okay. My head was somewhere else. Sorry.
Oh, what were you thinking?
Well, where are we actually going to spawn? Where are we going to call the spawn if it dies?
If it dies?
Yeah, because it's the damageable that kills you. Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've got a drop for that. So, yeah, until we do have the better side effect system, I think this is at least the good way to do it.
Okay.
Script. Is lowercase script in this one, uppercase script in the other? No.
It should be uppercase script.
Okay. Script. Oh no, this is actually script deca component. Damageable equals hey. Switch build mode. And this is build.wall. Prefab list.get dot prefab pickup metal. Damn it, it's fat arrow. Prefab pickup core.
Surly Dev just said you aren't in a category, which I don't 100% understand, but
I'm not in a category. I mean, I could categorize myself. C#.
Oh, I think they're talking about Twitch. I see.
We're not in a category?
Software and game development. I thought we were in science and technology, but maybe that's just like per video.
Is there a software and game development category? Because we should totally do that. I have to go to my other browser for.
There's a new one now. Surly Dev once again,
Nice.
watching out for our Twitch brand.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do. No, where do I set any of this? I don't know. This interface boggles the mind.
See, I thought at first Surly Dev was being metaphorical. It's like you're not in a category. You're a
I
unique individual.
Yeah, I am not a number.
Nobody puts Dom in a corner.
Dom already forgot how to do a switch thing.
I think it's build mode, then space switch.
Damn it.
It sucks. Why not just introduce a new keyword? Why make it hard? Semicolon at the end as well. Yes, it'll help people find us as Surly Dev, which is good.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And it wants the default. Sure.
That's terrible.
I accept.
Yeah.
This is an exhaustive build.
Well, it's because enums can be any integer according to the type checker in C#. It's a bad decision. TypeScript does not work this way, so it's like there's like a war of philosophy within.
Neither does Swift. Doing an exhaustive enum check, you're done. It's supposed to be done.
I think this is like betraying C#'s kind of C lineage, where like people freely pass in integer values for enums.
I was gonna say this like I have a whole type checker, so I don't have to write this line of code. But
yes.
no. Yeah, you're totally right.
It's bad. I think it limits the utility of this construct pretty significantly.
Yep. Oops. If there's no value, null it out. I think that will do it. Our old builders so much more effective than they were at the start of this.
Yeah.
And you still want an infinite infinite ammo option or infinite material option, because we should do that too. All right, so yeah. Nice.
So let's build it, and then on the way back, kill him, and he should.
Yeah. So 2 of these should drop.
Can we just do 1 to make for extra sure? It's kind of hard to see with the overlaps sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. So this guy, nothing.
Yeah.
These 2. Yep. Bingo. Conservation of pickups, baby. Woof.
The way that we're doing this right now makes me worried that we're going to introduce duping at some point.
That's pretty reasonable. What would you do to get around that?
Put it in a blockchain. This is actually it is a utility of that particular data structure. However, I don't know if like
and yet
yeah, and yet there are lots of different ways of doing it that range. I don't know if any of them are worth it.
Okay.
The one that I think is foolproof is that you have a resource manager that actually knows where everything is. It's a ledger. Mm-hmm. It is literally a block. It basically like assigns, you query it to know what your inventory is at any given time. And
that makes sense.
Therefore, you're like, because it's all in one place, you're never like, it's basically doing what's essentially like double entry bookkeeping. You're never going to like have a negative amount or positive amount. Everything is like kind of like fixed.
Would a Unity way of doing that be like, we simplified this into just integers, but actually having objects get passed, and like the builder should have an inventory as well, and we take the object out of our inventory, put it in the builder inventory.
Yeah, so that was the other way that I was thinking about doing it, is that you have like a wallet on these different things, and you still run the risk of like having a dangling pointer where like you destroy something. But to me, I think things getting lost is a better problem than things getting duplicated. I don't know why. That's just like intuitively, that's what it kind of feels like.
I feel like I've seen the ledger version of this implemented a couple times too. Like I've seen a lot of games where like something spawns off screen accidentally and like then pops in later, and it's like something was checking all the items and like one of them wasn't pick upable for too long or something.
Yeah, there's always going to be some edge case where like the owner gets killed before you have a chance to like move the thing off of him, but like at least it's like accounted for somewhere, right?
Yeah. And I'd rather lose objects than duplicate. So I think that's
okay. Yeah, so you have the same intuition as me then.
Yeah, because like if you have one too few walls, that's fine. But if you have a bunch of duplicate resources or like two turrets on top of each other, it's gonna be
and once again, it's not so much ECS as it is like the database model of thinking. Like if you had like an inventory, you just have a bunch of records of individual objects, and they would have a pointer to an owner. And then that pointer is a single value, right? So you would, in order to kind of like reassign, you would just like basically update that column value. And that pointer can dangle, but that just means you've lost something, but you would never dupe, right? Because in order to dupe, you'd actually have to introduce like a new object new record into that table.
Yep. Okay, cool. I'm seeing, I mean, we did a dramatically simple inventory here, so I think all of those would be damn good improvements.
Yeah. And then like essentially the inventory would be not just the inventory on your one object, it'd be everybody's inventory all in one giant table, right?
Oh, for the ledger approach, yeah.
Yeah. And then like doing fast operations is always the challenge on databases, right? Like you have to do indexes and things like that. Like give me how much metal do I have? Well, I have to go through and count all the rows, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But I don't know. We could get around that by saying like I'm not going to add to somebody's metal amount unless I'm also subtracting literally like right next to it in like the same like paragraph of code. And that way, what that prevents at least is like, because currently we're like moving things in and out of objects like all over the place, right? The logic is scattered. That's actually kind of like what gets you into the kind of like duping danger zone. I just made up a term.
Nope.
A fairly pungent one.
Well, and I think especially too the damageable side effects are going to make a lot of sense when it's like, go ask the master ledger what this object owned. It's destroyed. We drop it on the ground now. There's
a almost tangentially related class that we already have called the client effects manager that I think is a little bit, it's like a distant cousin to what we're talking about, where this is around all the time. It's a singleton, right? And if you want to create bullet explosions, you ask it for that. And so rather than having an individual object like take care of this, you have a long-lived thing that says, okay, I got it. You wanted this to happen in the world, so I'm going to do it right now. And nice. Inventory management can happen the same way, right?
I think that makes a lot of sense. Yep. Cool. I was going to pop in a quick game setting for infinite materials while we're while we're doing it. Yeah. How this is going to work, I'm not quite sure.
Maybe you always have 99 and
I like that. Yeah, let's just always set to 99. I think that is
or 9 or whatever number. It just never changes, right?
We get an update here actually. So we have public update.
Yeah, metal amount equals 5. Core amount equals 5 or something like that. So it might kind of like go down temporarily as you're building, but like depending on the order. You can also do it in the late update and it'll always be consistent, right? Or early update as well. Okay. No, I like late update because it'll happen before the render.
I like late update. Yeah. How do I get to this game settings object? Shit. Oh, it's on the game manager, which is a singleton. Game manager.get. Nice. Get component, game settings.
are you
me
whining
unhappy.
about?
That's
What?
disgusting.
No.
No, I think not.
There's nothing wrong with what you're doing right now. I don't know why it's complaining.
I don't get it. It's fine. Just build it.
I'm surprised it's complaining about a formatting error, because you'd think if it was a formatting error, the formatter would just do it. And
Oops, oops. Okay, so info materials is on and is not happening. Oh, it's not a component. It's not a component.
oh, we're just getting a compile error. Yes.
That makes sense.
And this doesn't matter if it's happening on the client or server, right? It's just
I don't think so. That's a good question.
because all of our inventory
It's
math
a-
is happening on the server. So I mean, technically, it should happen on the server. So maybe we can add an if not is server return.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
works.
that unfortunately doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Huh.
No, it'll crash the client because because that function will get called, and then that attribute is more like a runtime linting check. It says like this should only be called on the server. It's a guardrail.
Gotcha. Wow. There's a massive spider on my wall.
Oh yeah,
Unpleasant.
can you take a picture and show it on stream? You don't have to. I'm morbidly curious. Are you just gonna grab it with your hand? Do it.
Absolutely what I'm gonna do to this thing. Come on. All right, not big enough that this camera wants to focus on it. So.
Okay. So it's not the size of your hand or anything like that, right?
No, I probably would have made a louder noise had that just occurred. In my life.
Where are you on the arachnophobia, bug phobia scale?
I dislike them all.
Yes.
We are not friends.
I
There we
think
go.
maybe we're in similar camps. All right, we're back to
Yeah.
money in the bank, already spending it.
Yeah. I mean, that looks pretty great actually.
Oh, they're getting killed. Oh, that's
They
awesome.
get killed so fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not fast enough. Yeah, good old glowing orange cores and this. Yeah, I don't like bugs. I get very accustomed to cockroaches in New Orleans.
Okay.
And they're like large, like not New York ones, but like they're proper beetle sized bugs, and they fly at you. And
Yeah.
like it's definitely literally the worst thing I can imagine. So like a lot of other things are less than the worst thing I can imagine.
Right.
Which helps. But I hear there's centipedes up in the Northeast, and I really don't want to encounter one. And I'm sure I will someday.
Yeah, I had a centipede in my apartment in Japan.
No.
Yeah,
it's
I went
horrific.
through very complex means of dispatching it because
Good.
I had been told an urban legend
Okay.
that when you just like smush a centipede, that it like emits a pheromone that attracts more centipedes. It has
Oh.
very much the makings of like bullshit that your friends tell you to give you anxiety,
Let's say, are centipedes horny for death? I'm not sure I buy that.
right? They're horny
Or
for
maybe-
revenge.
I was
is
gonna
what
say
they
they're
are.
very vengeful bugs. That
Yes.
makes sense.
I'm pretty sure it was BS, but I was then told that like you need to pour boiling water on the centipede rather than smash it. To
Oh
prevent
God,
the
that's
fermentation.
horrifying.
So I contrived to essentially trap the centipede while I waited for water to boil.
And he boiled it alive. Did you eat it? It's basically a lobster at that point.
So my brother-in-law, we were having a barbecue and he accidentally like brushed his leg up against the grill, and he got like a second-degree burn out of it. And what happens with those types of injuries is like your skin falls off, right? And I asked him straight up, and it's like, when it came off, did you at least have like 1% of your brain go like, eat it, man, just eat it, just try it, like this opportunity doesn't come around very frequently, just it's a new experience. And he said, it's like, yeah, actually, probably more than 1%. So I did not have any percent of me want to eat the centipede because I'm not a fan of creepy crawlies.
Yeah, it's I think what's weird for me is that seafood and bugs are like
The same thing. Yeah,
just very close to me. I've never eaten seafood, and I'm just like, a lobster is basically a cockroach, right?
it is. So I know exactly what you're talking about. And I think the only time that ever really hit me viscerally was I was in Cape Cod, like I think it was like probably
You have to look at a
15 years
lot of
ago.
lobsters in Cape Cod.
You do have to look at a lot of lobsters, but I actually had one on a plate in front of me. Like, I got the
Hmm.
whole like boiled lobster meal with the corn on the cob and everything like that,
Nice, nice.
And I had it flipped over and I was gonna pull the legs off, and right then and there, just like very viscerally, I was like, "This is a giant bug." But I
Giant
still
bug.
ate it. I got
That's
over it.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. They certainly look more. I'm sure they're more appetizing than actual giant bugs.
Yeah. Plus, they taste really good. I mean, I haven't had
So I
lobster in
hear.
ages, but they're
You've
yeah.
but you've never tried cockroach either, or
People eat
centipede.
cockroaches. People eat cockroaches.
Yeah, man, I'm not surprised. People eat everything.
Well, where are you on the like if like insect protein was widely available and is more efficient than soy? Like, where are you in that?
Ooh, more
Yeah.
efficient than soy. I would probably still stick to vegetables,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
in a climate disaster situation, like, give me the bugs.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, if I'm on the Snowpiercer and I have to eat the slurried cockroach, I'll eat the slurried
Yeah.
cockroach.
Yeah. Um, but I don't know. It's like the shellfish now. Like like if I was on a cheat day and I was eating meat, even the shellfish now I think are like I kind of don't like the way that they're cooked. There's like
Mm.
I'm now on like the sliding scale of how humanely we can deal with these creatures.
It blew my mind when I learned that you just drop them into boiling
Yeah.
water alive. Like, what? At least the frog, you do it slow.
Oh,
I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
don't think people actually boil frogs that way. I think people just chop their heads off and then go to town.
So what is the
Relatively
point of the
humane.
idiom?
Yeah. But octopuses, I probably wouldn't
Too
eat
smart.
anymore. They're too
Too
smart.
smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if intelligence was the thing. I probably shouldn't be. I probably shouldn't eat pork when I cheat. And
As I say, all animals are pretty damn smart. Yeah.
they know.
They kind of do, right?
Yeah,
It's weird.
they're up there in animal heaven, plotting revenge on the astral plane. We're gonna be fucked when we get there.
I mean, yeah.
Not you though. They're gonna say like, "Oh yeah, you're actually
As I say,
miraculously
you.
totally clean.
I'll
You
be
had the
fine.
oyster
Yeah.
that one time."
That was a moment of stupidity. Yeah. But
You were trying to convince me that oysters were vegan though.
no, someone was trying to convince me, and I was playing the argument back
Okay,
to
yeah,
you.
you were playing the devil's
One of
advocate, as
my
it were.
one of
Yeah.
my one of my vegan friends was very much like, I think the Atlantic published it, and they were like, they're just sea sponges. And I was like, that sounds gross,
Okay.
and it still sounds gross. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I think oysters have primitive nervous systems. They've got a lot going
Everything
on.
does.
Yeah, they got a
Everything
lot
does.
going
And
on.
like, who wants to eat a Brita filter? That's the
Oysters are
best
pretty
argument.
tasty though.
Man, I don't get
Yeah.
it.
I mean, they're
That's
like
okay.
squishy seawater. Maybe I'm not selling it to you.
It's quite possibly the least appetizing description you could have put out there.
I kind of like the way the tank looks like this, where the back is the front. I don't know.
It's kind of cool, right? Yeah.
This is dope. It's starting to feel like a
This
video
is
game,
dope.
isn't it?
It is, though. I noticed. Oh, I like that you can't go into the world, by the way.
Yeah, maybe you can go too low. Maybe we should change that.
You can go pretty low. I just noticed that half of our building materials are through the ground and half of them aren't.
Yeah. You definitely can't go perfectly above the tank. That is a no-no in spherical coordinates.
Interesting. Not
Because then the
perfectly.
rotation becomes meaningless.
Well, that's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
I do like the top-down version though. It feels cool.
Yeah, I mean it's close enough, right? You don't need to be
Hmm.
perfectly above it. You just need to be at a point where you're not getting not a number in the math.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is a cool mode. I would play a game like this too. So
Oh yeah, yeah, totally.
oh, we could start spelling things out with this. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. Build me some graffiti.
Oh, can do. Put it on the next map.
Okay.
I
It's
like.
just gonna be dicks. That's pretty much what it's gonna be.
No, we'll implement Nintendo's anti dick algorithm for detecting
Tell me more
stuff.
about this. I feel like I've heard of it,
Oh,
but refresh my memory.
well, they keep building split these games where you can like you can't chat but you can draw.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm sure. Let's see. There
So
you
this is
go.
like the fun try to fool. What valence of the Turing test are we in when we're trying to fool the machine learning into drawing like what something that a human would clearly recognize as a penis, but a
Well,
machine
and
doesn't.
that's what they talk to too, because
Yeah.
like it's not photographic recognition. They have to make them a machine learning system that looks for like the crudely drawn, like what do you do with a couple lines version
Yeah.
of it. That they did.
This would have been a hard problem before machine learning came around, but now machine learning kind of makes it easy, right?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I love it. This is like a very proper Nintendo interview, and it's just so funny.
yeah, like for some reason, yeah, like all the Japanese like engineers and stuff and designers, they're very very earnest and frank. You know,
Mhm. Then we tested with Nintendo of America and told them to start drawing. It went horribly. Uh,
Americans,
oh
we're
God,
good at war. We're not even good at war. We're good at like spending money on war, and we're
we're
good at
we're
drawing
not good at
dicks.
war.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm glad we're as bad at war as we
yeah,
are. It would be a lot worse if we weren't.
yeah.
Nintendo of America really took the system to its limits. Uh, goodness. Yeah, that's delightful. We'll still add that to this game.
Yeah.
Bonus points if it detects one, maybe.
This is
More
looking
upgrades
awesome.
here.
This is
That's
actually
really
a fun
cool.
view of the game, isn't it?
I
This right
really
here.
I like it, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's like it's really exciting. Cool. All right, we should probably wind this down.
Okay, sounds good. Talk to everybody on Monday.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Charlie Dev.